Hey everyone, welcome back to Anu Talk Show. If you are a woman of color coach and you are making like between 2 to 5k inconsistently with your coaching business, this episode is for you. If you desire to increase your revenue without adding more workload, I want to tell you what is really going on in order to do that. Because I think one of the biggest lies in the online industry is that the next level of your business, hitting the next level of income, is one more strategy away. Let me know in the comment section if you hear that. Like, yeah, if you want to make 10K, you need to do more. You need to add one more funnel. Oh yeah, if you want to scale to 20K, you need one more platform. You need one more certification, one more offer. Oh yeah, you have to create one more AI tool, one more masterclass. And before you know it, your business has become something so overcomplicated that you are spending more time managing your business instead of actually growing it and having more profit in your bank account. Like you have this feeling you are working all the time, you have clients, but at the end of the month you are wondering where is the money? The effort I am putting in is not reflecting back the money in my bank account. So if you're a woman of color coach, you're an industry expert and you are already signing clients and you're signing like your clients are referring you because your results, the transformation they are getting is incredible, but you are stuck around 3 to 5k a month, I don't think your next breakthrough comes from adding more. You don't need to hustle for making more sales. It is coming from removing almost everything what you have. I was speaking to a coach recently who told me like, "Hey Anu, I feel busy all day, but I don't feel like I am actually moving my business forward." And I think so many women of color coaches can relate to that. Your calendar is full, you're answering emails, you're updating your CRM, you're creating Canva graphics, you're editing videos on Descript, you are posting that podcast episode, you are learning a new strategy, and you're trying another AI tool and ChatGPT prompt, you are setting up another automation in your business. But at the end of the day, you feel exhausted, you feel burned out, and when someone asks you, okay, so what actually did you make today? Like, what is the generated revenue? You struggle to answer because you have confused activity with progress. And that's why you keep adding more, especially as women of color coaches. We feel like adding more feels productive. It gives us this feeling we are doing something. It gives us the feeling that, oh my God, I'm doing more, I am more productive. That means it will result more, like I will get more result. Also, the reason why you want to add more and why you want to feel productive is when you don't do anything, you feel guilty. You feel guilty for resting because you have grown up like that. Like, if you like your surrounding told you when you are resting that you are lazy, when you are resting you are not doing enough. So that's why you are building another offer, because that feels productive. You are building another complicated funnel because it feels productive. You feel like you have to suffer in order to feel worthy of that outcome. So that's why you're planning another launch. You are doing all of these things feeling like productive, but none of these things guarantee the revenue that you desire. That's the reason why you are stuck at that income level that you have right now. Because none of these things that you are doing and adding more actually creates the revenue you desire. Sometimes they are simply distraction from the work that actually grows your business. So I want you to do an audit and think about your business and think like, okay, are these activities producing the revenue I am after? Or is that simply a distraction from getting the revenue that I want? And the work that grows your business is usually the least exciting work. It's actually the boring work. You have to do the boring work over and over and over again. How can you romanticize the boring work today? So that you can implement it over and over and over again and not chase new strategy, but really stick to the plan. Having conversations with prospect, improving your messaging and your offer positioning, making sure that your offer is essential enough, following up with leads and not forgetting about it, sitting down and reviewing your sales calls so that you know what is the pattern that I am doing over and over again that is not getting me to 80 to 100% sales call conversion. Refining your offer, making sure every single day you have to make sure that your clients are taken care of. That is repetitive. It is simple. It is not glamorous, but that is the one that those are the activities that will help you to have a high margin and a high profitable business. And the reason why these activities are becoming boring is because you have done it. How many times have you done it? Like, I don't know how many times I have done it. And here I am still doing the boring work over and over again and trying to stop romanticizing my business and making it feel productive and having a life again, having a lifestyle, having fun outside of my business so that my business can continue to be boring because I just have to do these stuff and it will continue to be profitable and grow the revenue. So I understand why you want to keep the business, like why you want to add more. But I also want to show you and talk to you what it will cost you, because everything has a cost. Because every new platform that you are paying attention to, that is actually time that is getting from you to learn the platform and to create content on that platform. Every new offer that you're creating creates confusion in your buyer's mind. Now the sales cycle starts to begin from the beginning. And I'm pretty sure you have already a few leads that you can convert into your existing audience right now, in your existing offer right now, when you learn how to increase your higher conversion. Every new strategy that you are doing divides your focus, right? So eventually your business starts running you, and that is happening right now. The business is running you, not the other way around. You have to run your business. And that's why so many coaches feel burnt out while making money. You are making money, making good money. But now you are wondering, can I continue like this? Like, can I continue making this money and then have my life back? So it's not because you have too many clients, it's because there are too many moving pieces in your business and you have built your business that is heavy right now. And heavy business is hard to scale. So the question here becomes, how can we simplify your business again so that you can actually run this business, have fun again, and keep this business very simple? I think one of my philosophy is, and one of the movement I want to create is, hey, you don't have to have like big team members. How about you run a very high profitable, like very high, like close to multiple six figures, right, with one team member? That is kind of like the movement I want to have, like lean business, high profitable business. Most of the money is profit, comes in your back pocket, in your wallet. That is what I want to have for you. Instead of, hiring more team members or having this feeling like you need to do more, have those complicated funnels, have all those tech stuff that you actually don't need in your business to scale. So I think the biggest shift that I made in my own business was I stopped asking, what else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? I started to ask when I was burnt out and overwhelmed and actually dealing with sales drought. I was asking myself, what can I remove? And that question changed my business. Like that question changed my business. Within 24 hours, I booked a sales call and then I closed that lead in 7 days. Because I asked myself, do I really need 5 offers? No. I want to like keep scaling this business to $1 million with one offer. So the next question was, do I need to be on every platform? I was on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I was also on LinkedIn and YouTube. I was like, no, I don't want to grow on every platform. Now my focus is Instagram and YouTube, long form platform and short form platform. Do I really need those complicated bro funnels? I don't think so. I want to keep this business so simple that it is fun to run it. And I don't create freebies, lead magnets to attract low quality people who are not even thinking about hiring me and hiring my offer to actually help them to get the results. So I don't have any freebies. So every time you move more complexity and you make your business simple, you create space. And I believe you, as a woman of color coach, an expert, you lack space right now. The space to think about how can I improve client results? How can I create more client testimonials? You lack space to sell your offer. Just imagine you are on all those platforms and you don't know how to sell your offer every single day. No wonder that you are now a content creator, not a business owner. You need space to create, like creativity, so that you can come up with new stuff in your offer. You can come up with new ways of presenting your offer, of selling and talking and articulating the value in a different way. You need space to serve your clients without burnout, without adding more stuff on your plate. And you need space to enjoy your lifestyle again. Go and have some fun. Go out with your friends. Have a hobby again. I'm swimming again and I love it. I am creating like acrylic painting and I love it. I love that my business is not consuming my life anymore. Like that it is literally lifestyle focused. Like that is my desire and I needed to shift it. I needed to actually go from business heavy and all the time in my business to actually you know, realizing that my business is not everything. Like, yes, I want to have a high profitable business and I want to have like high margin and a very financial, what's the name? Independence, I think it's the name. But in the same time, I want to have like a life where I can be 80s and look back and I can say, yeah, you know what, kids, in my 30s, I was doing this and that. I was resparking my swimming journey again. Like, I literally started swimming this March. And as a kid, I was a great swimmer. I always loved going to swim when with school, but more likely with my dad and with my brothers. That was like our weekend activity stuff that we did together, and it really reminds me a lot when I go swimming. So I love it. I love that my life is more living. I'm literally living more. So, but in order to do that, you have to also realize that and see what is the value you are holding. You know, it is not wrong to want complicated funnels or want to have the business first. It is okay, but then we don't have the same value match because I believe one of my values is that it is more lifestyle focused. I want to enjoy more of my life. So one of the philosophies I teach inside Leverage 20 is to become a lean CEO. A lean CEO doesn't try to do everything, right? That CEO asks, what is the smallest number of things that I can create that will get me the biggest result? Because business is not about being busy all the time. It's about creating leverage. And all of my clients, they are in a point where they can create leverage with their offers, with their messaging, with their sales system. It's literally about asking, which is why I named leverage 20. Probably you are asking, what is the 20? What are the 20% of the activities that will create 80% of your revenue? That's it. We focus on 20% of the activities instead of, you know, like letting you be in the hustle mode and you don't feel creative and where you don't feel like you are not enjoying your life, right? And then doing more of those 20% of the activities and letting go of the rest. That actually means you have to let go and not hold on to that, and trust in your journey and trust the process we are creating together inside Leverage 20, my group coaching program. So if I had to rebuild my business today, I would only focus on those four things: one clear offer, one clear messaging that creates urgency, one way of generating consistent demand, and one sales process to turn those demand that you have right now into paid customer in your offer. That's it. That's everything you need. And everything else would earn its place. But simplicity scales. And if you are having a complex business and you are realizing that and you want to have a simple business and cut everything out and focus on those 20% activities to create those 80% revenue, join Leverage 20. And if you need more information, I would recommend you to come to the free masterclass we are hosting on July 20th. Because when you simplify your business, your messaging will become clearer and more of the qualified leads will lean in. They will lean in to listen to you. You don't have to shout, you don't have to be louder. The messaging will already do the sales part for you because your audience will understand what you do faster. Most of Women of Color coaches, the reason why your expertise is not turning consistent clients is because you are very smart. I believe you are the smartest woman in the room. And that is kind of like the curse you have, because now you don't know how to communicate and articulate the value so that other people understand fast enough what you do. Because articulating the value is one of the tools how you're going to actually shorten the sales cycle. And when you shorten the sales cycle, that's when sales becomes easier. Converting clients becomes easier. Your clients get better results because you are not distracted with how can I do my messaging better. So you will start to enjoy your business again because you are no longer trying to juggle 50 different priorities at the same time. You are focused, and focus creates momentum. In the first phase of Leverage 20, we are calling it Elevate Your CEO Self. This is exactly what we're doing. We are not only elevating your identity as the CEO, we are making sure that you are creating your company vision. But then after that, because you know what you are creating for the next 5 years, you know what you need to put in your calendar to execute consistently to grow the revenue you desire. You will be more focused, and focus creates more momentum. So today I want you to leave you with one question. Okay, grab your pen and paper. If you didn't so far, grab it. Instead of asking yourself, what do I need to add in order to increase my revenue by 50%? Ask yourself, what do I need to remove so my business can grow? Simple question, but it will require from you to be very honest with what you are doing and what the company vision is and who you are. I think if without knowing who you are and what you want in your life, this question will be very difficult to answer. Like, what do you need to remove so that your business can grow? Without a direction, without a vision, you cannot answer these questions. Because I honestly believe that your next revenue breakthrough, like the 10K months, isn't hiding inside another strategy. It's hiding underneath all the unnecessary things you have added over the years. And now you need to pull them apart and let them go, because your business doesn't need to become bigger, it needs to become lighter. It needs to become lighter. That's how you will increase your revenue by 50% without adding more workload. Not by doing more, but by becoming relentlessly focused on few things that are actually creating clients and growing your revenue. So when you do that, your stress will go down, burnout will disappear, and you will continue to grow a bigger impact in this amazing world. And you finally build a business that you wanted in the first place. A business that gives you more freedom, not more work, not more hustle. Again, I invite you to join the free masterclass. The link to register is in the show notes. We're going to talk about the 3 steps you need to implement to increase your client revenue while working less. So I invite you to join. I hope this was helpful to see that you don't need to do more. Your business will only grow if it becomes lighter, not bigger. So you have to stop adding more to your business. Thank you so much for joining in this episode. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in Instagram at anu__raja, how you found this episode, what was very insightful. I would love to hear it from you, and I see you in the next episode.